once you start relying on it to do the work, then where's your art? You know, where did that go? But also, once you put your art next to somebody who let AI do theirs, it's looked at as these things are equal to me because I'm seeing them on the same platform and I'm seeing them back to back and I'm seeing, you know, and it's creating this weird way of consuming everything like it's like it's a quick little like bite-size thing that you can throw away.
It's the beginning of Skynet. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah.
Well, both of you guys are in bands, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you guys, it would be like performing live or performing on, you make a music video.
Right.
It's the same thing. I mean, obviously for me, I like my live performances. It's a little bit more interactive. It's a little bit more personal, but I don't mind putting out something on the internet either, do a video, whatever the case may be. But for you guys specifically as songwriters and doing your bands or whatever, it's, to put it simply, it's like you put all of your heart and effort into your piece of art, right? And then that could take you, shit, maybe it takes you a month, maybe it takes you 2 months to get it right. Like you want to fine tune it, you want it perfect, you want it to sound the way that you want it to sound. And you could go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, where if somebody else is using, you know, a tool, like you said, that you know, the SoundCloud or whatever the fuck that shit is, where they're just ripping out something every single day, then it's not about the artistry, it's just about how many times can you do it. And then because of the algorithms and all that shit, you guys may get overlooked for doing a much better song than somebody who's just fucking posting consistently enough for the algorithm to be like, hey, we can make money off of this. These guys take a little bit longer, and then the art form there gets separated into, you're gonna see more of the shit and you have to dig through that shit to get to the gold.
Well, it also makes people, it makes people think like, and I think this has been forever, there's always that idea of like movies, music, books, whatever was better in my day, that type of thing. You're always going to have that, right? And I don't know if I agree that that's true, but I do think that it's harder to find the good stuff because there's so much easier to just pump a bunch of bad shit in front of you.
Well, I want to add to this.
Shit.
I want to add to this because it's like, even as an artist, so there's two things I want to point out really quick because I do want to have the seventh question. But when you're an artist and you're drawing, right? Sometimes you can kind of visualize it. Sometimes you can't. So I think to an extent, like Canva has the AI creator, Google has the AI creator. I think that's a useful tool to an extent, to where you can be like, I have this vision in my head, but I want to artistically see it out first in different designs and maybe pull something from that. So I think that's kind of cool, but I also don't want to be overran by digital art. Like I still think I want to see original art by people really creating whatever's in their mind. And then on the back side of that too, where we come out with the AI of ChatGPT, for instance, where you can have it write a book, have it write a script, do all these things for you. You're removing creative art of allowing the mind of creating a story and putting it out there. And then on the other side of that, you are now giving people right at their phone, like right at their fingertips, what they think are actual facts to fact check you on. Okay. So I don't think they really understand how ChatGPT works. Because I was just like, I went through this cycle with a friend of mine. ChatGPT will literally cycle through all of the main sources of information online and then collectively give you an answer based off of like 5 to 7 platforms that they feel are recommended as the highest amount of correct information. So what you're getting from ChatGPT is actually not, probably a good percentage of the time, about 80% of the time, not correct information, because it's just pulling together a collectiveness of information to provide you an answer. So I think it's
controlling the narrative.
Exactly. And it's kind of annoying to me because there have been people that have been using it to fact check even Dr. Jane Goodall. Like, because I love her work. And I'm like, how can you fact check through ChatGPT on Dr. Jane Goodall, who lives and breathes with Jim? I would never question that. So it's just funny to me that now all these people are like, well, I know, because I'm going to go on ChatGPT, copy, paste, and correct you. So I think there's like a whole negative from that. There's a positive and a negative from everything when it comes to social media, internet, AI, and everything. It's like, we had a great idea, but what do we do as a society? We ruin it.